Which is more important for comparing the acceleration of two cars, torque or horsepower? The Tesla Model 3 has 420 Nm of torque and 280 horsepower. But what exactly does that mean? In this video, I'll answer these questions. First, let's start by simplifying the basics. Let's begin with torque. In simple terms, torque is the rotational force applied to an object. Torque is calculated by multiplying force by the length of the lever arm. Think of tightening a bolt with a wrench. The more force you apply, the more torque you generate, allowing you to tighten the bolt more easily. If you use a longer wrench, you can apply the same torque with less effort, achieving the same result. Now, let's talk about horsepower. Power measures how quickly work is done. It reflects how efficiently an engine can apply torque over time to get the vehicle moving. Horsepower is calculated by multiplying torque by RPM. For example, if an engine generates 120 Nm of torque at 1000 RPM, it produces around 70 horsepower. If it applies the same torque at 5000 RPM, the engine's output rises to 84 horsepower. Now that we've reviewed the fundamentals, let's answer the big question. Is torque more important or is horsepower in vehicle acceleration? To calculate acceleration, we can use Newton's second law of motion. From this, acceleration equals force divided by mass. This shows us that the heavier a car is, the slower its acceleration will be. It also tells us the acceleration depends on the car's linear force. But how do torque and horsepower related to this linear force? Based on the torque equation, the force applied to the wheel is found by dividing the wheel torque by the wheel radius. The wheel torque is proportional to the engine torque, adjusted by the gearbox ratio. Therefore, we can say that a car's acceleration is directly related to the engine's torque. If the wheel size and weight are the same, does a car with more torque always have better acceleration? Not exactly. The torque and horsepower of a motor represent maximum values, and an engine cannot maintain this torque at all RPMs. Let's use the Tesla Model 3 as an example. The Tesla Model 3 has a maximum torque of 420 Nm and a power output of 280 horsepower. In the initial moments of acceleration, the motor delivers the full 420 Nm of torque, but as the speed reaches around 50 km/h, the available torque begins to drop due to power limitations. So, in summary, we can say that for primary acceleration, torque plays the bigger role, but for higher speed and in secondary acceleration, horsepower becomes more important. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget, subscribe.